Welcome in. I'm Stacy, and today I have my very first CBox set, the Coffee Car Club, and here are the specs. Down below, there are 3 bays to clean your car, and when you need a break, there is a coffee shop upstairs where you can relax inside or outside on the patio. We bought this set from Barweer for around $83 Canadian. Now drivers, start your engines. It's time to check out the Coffee Car Club, where no cars are included. So this set is 64 studs by 32 studs for the base. So 2 base plates wide and 1 base plate deep. And then it is about 7.7 inches tall. We've got lots of black and yellow in this set. So we have our first bay. I like how the bricks are laid on the bottom of the plate work for the arrows. And then we've got some details inside the bays on the back. We have some equipment. There's some pillars in there as well. We will be able to see the inside a little bit better when we can take the next floor off. But we'll go up to the coffee car letters. Those were one of my favorite parts of this build, building those letters, and they're just clipped on to the edge of this. So really super simple to put on, and they stay on there nicely, but really cute builds. Then we have this rooftop where we have a table and some chairs, and we have a tent canopy there. Now the tent is actually on there by clips. The table is on studs, but the chairs are all loose, which is kind of a miss because it would have been easy to build some jumpers in there to make the chairs more stable. But then these other chairs and table over here, they are actually on studs. Those are really nice builds as well. There's a door there to come into this side, which I'll show you again closer when we get inside. But for now, I just wanted to show you kind of the design. We can see right through those windows, and they're kind of on an angle that they come out. Really cool to build those. There's some pieces down here that are hinge pieces to build them kind of out, which is neat. Come over to the side and we have a door here with a canopy, which is kind of interesting that we have a door there because this is wide open. There's no roll down garage doors or anything. But what I do like about the sides is that it's got some texture here where every second piece kind of sticks out a little bit. I don't know how much you can see it on camera. And then we have these windows all around the edge of this patio area here. So as we spin this around, we get a better look at this tent and this canopy here and these chairs. Like I said, they're just loose. We also have a pass-through area there, so it looks like a window, but there's actually no window in there. It's wide open into the coffee shop part. And then this is the back. Not really much to see here. You can see exactly which bricks are used on the inside. Just kind of the open window or the indented pieces here. But then this brings us over to see the angles that are used on the top here, which is pretty neat. That side part just kind of protrudes out, and we've got some windows on there. The base over here is kind of neat. It looks like it has wood panels, and there's like a space in between each here. We've got a couple of flower beds full of flowers. I was excited to see flowers with this set. We've got an HVAC unit there, another door with an awning above it, and then this is actually on some pillars. So this is the entranceway into the coffee shop, and it helps to hold the stairs. And if you look at these stairs, you'll notice that they're double wide, which is really neat. I absolutely enjoyed building the stairs. And then these handles just attach on here to the bottom. We do have a sign that is an extra build. So it's just a separate piece that you can pretty much put wherever you want. It's not a printed piece. All of the pieces that look like prints are actually stickers, and they're thermal press. They actually look pretty good when they're on, but I did have a couple of issues. If you notice the F's on that sign, they're kind of slanted, and that's just the way they came off the sticker. I'll show you how this comes apart. So we'll start with this side. There are pieces here that just sit on these from the railings. We take those off, and then this whole piece comes off, like this. So I just leave the railings like that. And then this side, it just sits on there really. You just lift it off, and that's why I wish the chairs were attached. I'll take it and put it over here so then we can see into our 3 bays. So our first bay on the left is a little different than the others, where it is kind of encased separately. We do have a sticker on the back for car service information. It is over multiple pieces. Again, they're thermal press stickers. We've got a couple of small builds here. We have a jack, and then we have this rolling cabinet. On the back wall, it looks like we have some lotions and brushes, and then another cabinet with a toolbox. And over here, it looks like this is for pressure washing or actually washing your car. So there's different wands there. Over to the second one, this is where we can see the windows and the door to go into the first one. But we've got the spray wands on the back wall. We've got some brushes and a toolbox. And this looks like a canister for either air or water, I'm not sure. We've got another area here for a wand. And then on the back here, we've got more cabinet area. And I love this stand here. It looks like we have blue rags, very well done. And we have a water cooler. And then again, we have that door to go out to the side. I've already kind of looked at this patio area, but I wanted to show you the chairs up close. Kind of neat little pieces that are used there to make them. And the backs actually do go down on them, which is interesting. This canopy was really fun to build. Basically build each half and then the middle piece, and then they come together in the middle. Lots and lots of plate work. Like I said, that was really good. And I love these glass windows. So this is our cafe. So right through the door, we've got a little foyer area. We have our business hours sign. And then this piece comes off all in one piece. So there's a couple of pieces here that just kind of hit that so it doesn't slide around too much. And then we've got these angle pieces inside that the plate just sits on. But look at the details in here. We have a well-stocked cafe. Got some milk in the back, lots of cups, a sink, and lots of countertop. Cappuccino machine. We even have some desserts there on the counter. Turn this around a little bit so we can see there's a plant in the corner and a cash register. And we've got the same kinds of chairs that we have on the outside patio. And then some stools and tables over here. And another door. And that's the door that leads out to the patio area. So even though this set doesn't come with cars, I did want to show you some cars in the bays. So first here, I have the pink convertible that comes with the Lego Downtown Diner. In the middle, I have the Kata Audi R8 Coupe. And then the last one is the Lego AMG Speed Champion Mercedes. So let's get them into the bays just to give you an idea, because all 3 cars are a little bit different size, but they all fit in there very nicely. It really adds to the set to actually have cars in there. And we'll give you a shot here as well with the top floor off so you can really get a great idea of the space. Definitely with these first 2 cars, there is lots of room in there. But even the Speed Champion, it's not bad at all. We do have a very nice manual for this set, nice color picture on the front. Just show you a little bit to see what the instructions look like. So the pieces that are already on there are a little more muted, and the pieces that you're putting on in the step are brighter, and there's a red line around them. So they're pretty straightforward all the way through. The only kind of issue I had with these was that there's spots where you're putting plate or pieces underneath. So instead of showing the plate under, like the underside of it, you're kind of counting studs and figuring out where those are going underneath. And there's actually a couple of spots like that. So it just made me think a little bit more and count studs for sure. But overall, the instructions were really good. And that's the back. I'm actually kind of torn with this one. I really like the unique design and the originality of this set, and of course that it has some modular function. However, the brick quality was inconsistent at times. Some bricks were absolutely perfect and some were tight, making some steps a bit more challenging. But overall, this was fun, and I think it looks pretty good. Like I mentioned, this is a very large set, and I brought in the Lumibricks Street Fusion Barbershop on the left and the Pantasy Motorcycle Restaurant on the right to give you a better idea of the size. Thanks so much for watching. Please hit that thumbs up and subscribe on your way out, and until next time, keep clicking those bricks.